When you're cleaning up, when you're cleaning up, just cleaning up, just cleaning up. Oh, baby, I got some things I need to know. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Come on in the room. Baby, Miss Tamika done dropped them old nasty receipts, honey. Something's not right. Gonna clean it up. Gonna clean it up. I need him to clean it up. Come on out and clean it up. Something ain't right with this. Listen, welcome to Kitchen Table Talk Live with SpillitBoyTV. Listen, y'all already know I do not run out here and try to be the first one to report it. I just don't do it. That's just not my makeup. I've been sitting back, laying in this whole thing with Latosha Scott, Tamika Scott, Rocky, Latosha's husband, and all of the little stuff that goes along with it. I've been sitting back. I've been getting y'all's messages. What you got to say? What you got to say? I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. I got to take it all in. I got to come up out of reality television mode and get over here into real-time mode and see what it is that I'm actually looking at. And what I'm looking at here is a mess. It's a mess. Oh, no, it's quite tasty mess, but mess nonetheless. And I got more questions. After these receipts, everybody was waiting on these receipts because Latosha and her husband have painted Tamika out to be an old nasty piece of a liar. Let me give you a real quick. We got Latosha and her sister Tamika of the group Xscape. The sisters have fallen completely out. Of course, we have this whole Queens of R&B show going on. We're watching the reality show unfold week to week, but there is a mess of their family that is unfolding in real time. Them sisters are not speaking, have not been speaking, have completely fallen out. The mama's all involved, and it all really breaks down to this $30,000 that has supposedly been stolen from Tamika by her sister and her husband. Okay. And when I say everybody's been all dragged into this, child, they done drug in Todd and Candy. They done drug in Tiny and T.I. They done drug in Miss Diane, which is Tiny's mama. Everybody is being dragged in. Hell, I looked up, like I said, I'm the YouTuber who sits back and chill, and then I come and say what I got to say. I don't need to be the first one out. You know, first one out, that's our Tasha K. Tasha K run the beat. Go ahead, Tasha. I'll never stand in Tasha's way. Go ahead, baby. Go get it going. get it cracking, and I'm gonna come on around the corner where you get it cracking, and then I'm gonna clean it up. Tasha, they got all sucked up in it. They done went over there. Rocky done went over on Tasha's platform and used Tasha. What you say? I said it. This is Kitchen Table Talk live with SpillitBoyTV. Oh, there are going to be some folks that don't agree with me, that might be a little upset with me when I get done saying what I got to say. They used Tasha K to push their narrative of bullshit. These receipts have been dropped. They said Tamika's lying. We ain't stole no money from her. We ain't stole no money from her. So everybody was waiting, and then Tamika come forth. Boom, and she drops it. She dropped the bomb. She busts out here with these receipts. Baby, she got all the receipts. All the receipts. The paperwork. An interview from Miss Diane. Oh, yeah, and Cocktails with the Queens. They got pulled in. Claudia Jordan and Lisa Ray and Vivica Fox. And, baby, they tried to rope Selena Johnson, but all of a sudden, Selena Johnson was having internet problems, I guess, because Selena no longer was on screen. And I said, you know, I love Selena. And I think Selena, we be thinking like this. I think Selena seen bullshit and said, oh, no, not on my watch, and hit it. Okay. But, you know, maybe her internet went out. Anyway, but let me go ahead on. So, Tamika drops the receipts. She got the paperwork where, well, she brought in Miss Diane. Miss Diane explained everything about the $30,000 royalty checks coming through from Sound Exchange. There was money on the table from Sound Exchange, a company Sound Exchange. Miss Diane uncovered it. That is Tiny's mother, Tiny Harris. That's her mom. She got all the paperwork together with the help of her husband. And this is way back. This is way back in the day. Gets everybody set up. At the time, Tamika was living in New York City, but she got all the girls set up individually to get these royalty checks, okay? And here it is. Tamika tells us, well, she says, I was being nice because on the show, Queens of R&B, I only said some stuff about 30,000, but it was multiple checks, and the amount was way more than 30,000. Miss Diane came through, did the interview. Yes, baby, it was this, and this. I love you and I love your sister. Ain't nothing changed. But yeah, baby, they did it. This, that, and the other. Tamika, bam, in y'all's face, YouTube. Here you go. Boom. Here's the paperwork where everything was filled out for Tamika, and Rocky and Latosha, not just Rocky and Latosha went and posed as Tamika's manager, changed her paperwork, and her checks were being delivered to Georgia. And Tamika was in New York. Then they were cashing her checks, and she ain't seen her money. Then there was a whole story of all of this mess. I told you I was just sitting back chilling. There's this whole story of, oh, well, you know, the checks was Rocky. The checks was getting mixed up. Ain't no mix up. Latosha, Tamika. New York City, Georgia. What's the mix up? The mix up is you was taking my money and I wasn't getting my money. We all seen in the show, the mama, as once these receipts were dropped, the mama, girl, you knew what was going on. Like we all said, you was complicit in the mess. Once everything got found out, Miss Diane was on in her interview. Miss Diane's like, listen, she confirmed it. Sound Exchange said, listen, boom, here's all the paperwork. Here's what happened. We not responsible. Only way we're going to get this together and you get your money back, you got to sue your sister. and her husband. That's it. That's it, and that's all. You know, that's when we start playing church. Oh, no, well, I don't want to do that. Well, you ain't getting your money. You ain't getting your money. Sound Exchange said, we cleaned our hands of it, baby. We feel sorry for you, but that's on you and your family. Tamika found out the hard way. You're going to either pay on the front end or you're going to pay on the back end. If you sell your soul to the devil, even if the devil is a family member, you are going to pay with your ass. You're going to pay it on the front end or you're going to pay it on the back end. Listen here. Let me tell you something, Miss Tamika. This right here, what you're looking at, this is what we call the back end. Now let's talk. She decides she don't want to sue her sister and her brother-in-law. She don't want to sue them. Things have just gotten ugly. They are now down here building her to be this terrible person. That's the back end. You a liar. You known to be a liar. Everybody knows you a liar because you lied on Kandi Burruss. All's fair in love, war, and stealing money, ain't it? You did lie on Kandi Burruss, Tamika. You did lie. See, there's dirty hands all over this. This is a whole goddamn mess. It's dirty hands all over this. You did lie on Kandi Burruss, and then you had to come back and tell the world that you lied on Kandi Burruss. But you only told the truth about what you had done to Kandi Burruss and let sit and stew for all those years. Kandi Burruss was the worst whore that anybody had ever seen or heard of, per Latosha and Tamika, until they wanted to regenerate Xscape and go back to singing songs and doing concerts for us. So Tamika had to go and come clean. And from that day till this, we accepted it. We, all of us. We wanted the concerts. We wanted the songs. So we accepted. We didn't cancel you. We didn't cancel you. We accepted you back into the fold. We let you do reality shows. We let you all tour. Y'all done been all up on the awards. Look how everything worked out. But you haven't paid. You haven't paid, Ms. Tamika. You got paid. You haven't paid. Okay? Kandi was vindicated and said, okay, let's just go ahead and move on. Let's go ahead and move on. But here we are in 2023, and the devils that you sold your soul to, which was your brother-in-law and your sister, now they got an issue with you, and now they throwing everything in your face. And now your past indiscretions are being thrown up because now you're in the court of public opinion going against them. Going against them now. And they got you bent over, ready to stick it in because everybody knows you a goddamn liar. So they got you, or they thought they had you. You a liar. Now you got to prove yourself. This is the payment. You got to fight your way out that hole that you dug yourself into. Because we know you as a liar. And then she said, the hell with that shit. She dropped the receipts. The receipts is good. She got all the paperwork and everything. Got all that. Then there was some threatening texts that came down. She getting threatening texts. And then Latosha is moving so fast and messy because the devil makes mistakes as well. See, the first mistake that the devil made was to try to make a gospel album. You don't play with the Lord like that. You're going to go with your horns and your spirit tongue and sing songs to the Lord? Really? First mistake. You done sideswiped her. We found that out too in her receipt video. You done sideswiped Tamika because it was supposed to be a duo. A duo. A la Mary Mary. Oh, y'all didn't know about that. It was supposed to be a duo, but you undercut your sister out of all of it. You and that little devilish husband of yours, and it became a solo deal. It became a solo deal. But don't worry about it, Tamika, because that hell is going to fall on your devilish sister and brother-in-law. Let them have it. Let them goddamn have it. But more to come. You paying. You thought that you was with the winning team. Thank God Tiny and Candy are who they are, and they still rolling with you. They rolling with you because they need you on board to do what it is that they need to do, but I'm sure they are nice and pissed with you. Nice and pissed with you. But again, let's keep going. The little threatening messages come out. Latosha done took her ass over there onto the Queens, with the Queens, Cocktails with the Queens. And now she's painting herself to be this angelic songstress that's going to make this gospel album that she always wanted to make, but sure didn't tell us that they were supposed to be a duo. You weren't supposed to be singing no song on no lawn with no wedding dress on and ain't getting married and telling us about how you just got done having a chit chat with Shirley Caesar. It was supposed to be you and Tamika having a chit chat with Shirley Caesar, singing your versions of the shackles on my feet, honey, so I can dance, y'all. I just want to praise him. Do you? Do you? All of this going on. Quit the Cocktails with the Queens. I watched them and I was so tickled. I seen Tasha. Child, I'm listening to Tasha. See, I've been watching Tasha for a long time. Tasha know when shit done went left. And Tasha she didn't sound defeated because she's Tasha K. But it was given, no the hell you didn't. I'm over here asking you about the tea about your sister-in-law that you telling me is doing all this lying and carrying on. And you over here trying to dish tea to me about T.I. and Tiny and telling me that Todd is sucking off transsexuals. What? What that got to do with the price of tea in China? All these little things. And then he drops this bomb over there at Tasha K's about Tamika having a sex tape. And so it's basically a threat. Basically a threat because it came through this unknown text message. But then Latosha is speaking some of the same verbiage from the text message in her interviews because she on tour doing interviews, painting a picture of her sister, and her husband's on tour. He doing his own piece of a tour, and he's steady speaking things. The verbiage is exactly the same as the message. Tamika done showed all of that. When I say Tamika dragged them through the YouTube, that's what we call dragging a bitch through the YouTube streets. Her receipts, stellar. Oh, I haven't gave her the broom yet. I know y'all wondering, like, well, why are you cleaning her up? Oh, just wait. Because Miss Tamika, you are having the best day ever. But the night, not so good. But anyway, Miss Tamika broke it up today. Busted them all out. Over there at the Cocktails with Queens. You know I love them. But listen to this. I'm watching. Claudia Jordan and Latosha, they got a little friendship. They done did some work together and all that. So I felt like it was being handled. It felt very much like Claudia was helping to build a narrative to clean up Latosha, her girlfriend. Lisa Ray was doing a lot of talking for, oh yes, queen, this, that, thing, and the other, on and on and on. Vivica was just being Vivica. Vivica wasn't going. Vivica's like, I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all not gonna rope me in no bullshit. I know internet bullshit when I see it. And Vivica was giving out some advice, giving, girl, you better get right. Get right. You better get right. Yeah, make up with your sister. Yeah, family first. But Vivica, with the way Vivica was talking in that interview, y'all got to go over to Cocktails with Queens and see it. The way Vivica was speaking to Latosha, it gave very much, I see you, sis. And we're going to play, but we're not going to play. I see you. You raggedy as hell. And that's what, y'all, if you know Vivica Fox, you know Vivica, child. And I know Vivica. Selena Johnson, like I said, love her to death. She just disappeared. Selena Johnson was there long enough to tell Latosha how good her voice was, how good she sounded, how nice she looked. And Selena Johnson was like, when it all falls down, I'm going to be gone. And she was gone. I ain't seen Selena again. I don't know what happened. I don't know what lie Selena getting ready to tell them about her internet connection. But when the bullshit started, Selena Johnson was gone. Do you understand? She was gone. I said, oh, this is very telling. Y'all know how I watch? I watch for nooks and crannies. Selena was gone. Lisa Ray was doing the most. I ain't listening to Lisa that much, no way, because we watched the whole fallout with you and the brat. So advice about sisterhood and how to handle fights with sisters, and nice message, wrong messenger. We watched how you handled things, and it got very messy. So I had already love her dearly. No shade. No shade to you, Lisa Ray, but I wasn't paying much attention. Nice message, wrong messenger. Claudia, I felt like Claudia was doing what I do, clean it up, but I don't clean up like that. I point out the missteps. Claudia was building a narrative, is what I felt. No shade, Claudia. This is what I saw. This is my kitchen table, and this is what I saw. So I wasn't real happy with the Cocktails with Queens for a change, because I usually love it. But I was pretty tickled at my Selena. She said, this all some bullshit, and I'm up out of here. Vivica said, I'm standing in it. Yeah, girl. Clean yourself up, girl. Gotta go. That whole thing, Latosha came off very much narcissistic. She came off very much like someone had done something to her. How in the hell does somebody do something? Listen, let me tell y'all something. When someone steals your money, the nerve of a raggedy whore to come back and tell you owe an apology. Huh? I owe you what? Girl, if you don't get up out of my face, that's very much what that gave. Tasha K's place, Tasha got used for Rocky to build a narrative. You know, I mean, ain't no thing. Tasha will get her clicks and her views. She get paid. It's going to be cool. But it was, Tasha wasn't on top of it. I felt like Rocky worked Tasha's platform and pushed out the narrative he wanted to push out. And he was basically sending out threats to Tamika, threats to, well, he didn't send a threat. He basically smeared Todd's name. Talking about Todd laying up with the trans girl. Said, sucking her off. I said, Todd, That was a scheme set up by Rocky to come back to you with the bullshit. Okay? Did that. And threatened Tamika about putting out the tape, a sex tape that she did back in 2016. Tamika's, girl, I ain't worried about that. Yes, I did. I succumbed through Tamika. Yes, I did it. I was looking good on the tape. I gave the tape to my sister because I didn't want to hold it in my house. I gave it to my sister. She put it in her safe. She later said someone stole it from her safe. I asked my sister who got access to the safe. She said, me and my husband. But then the tape didn't come up missing. But now I'm getting threatening messages, and the verbiage is the same between you and your husband about said tape. And she told her she played the church game with her. Well, go ahead, put it out. Go ahead and put it out. Go ahead and hurt your niece and your nephew. Or your niece and my nephew, whatever. Because you didn't care about it when you stole the money from. She played the church game with her. I was like, whatever. Weird. It's weird that you gave the tape to your sister. You don't give your sex tape to nobody. And then Rocky also said claims that she was sending him nude pictures too. Something else happened with her social security number. Her social security number and all this other little stuff. And he went in and hacked her phone. You know, Rocky just was busy, but we've seen Rocky. Rocky seems to stay busy. Rocky seems very petty. And listen, Rocky's wife follows him. Okay? So this has been very, very messy. So now that's all what's been going on. And I've sat back. I didn't want to make 15 videos as this has rolled out. I wanted to see everything get a good view of everything, then come to y'all. So today is here where I came. It was time for me to come out because boom, here's the big one. Tamika do her big one, right? Bang, she got him. Go ahead and put the tape out. I don't care. Here's where my problem came in, and I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer, but here's where my cleanup starts. Miss Tamika, all of this has been very nice. It was very nice. And yes, I definitely feel as though you were done wrong. I do. I've said it in my reviews. Yeah, I ain't never been a fan of your sister like that. Just something about your sister always set wrong with me and you. But I found out why you rubbed me wrong, because you're a liar. And I don't like liars. So something which you always was just not quite right. And then when you came down and you admitted that you had lied upon Joyce's girl, then I said, oh, I was right about you. But it's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. You righted your wrong and everything, right? Okay? That's all real nice. You say 2006 for the tape? Okay, 2006. Long time ago. Old tape, still your puss. Don't nobody want that out. Don't nobody want that out, really. So I'm like, that's a mess. But here's where my issue is. It's only going to get worse. This is going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse if it's actually real. Now come with me. Slide closer to the screen, my loves. If it's real, somebody tell me why in the midst of all of this, why do I feel as though I'm being handled? Y'all ain't ready for this type of teaching. Why is it that I feel like I'm being handled? I don't know how familiar you are with me and all of me and my presence on the YouTube streets, but let me tell you, and I say this very candidly, I am no stranger to an old nasty piece of YouTube beef and internet squabble, a kerfuffle, if you will. I am very versed in it. And anytime I get done wrong and have all this going on, see, because my real life been tampered with a time or two, and lies of a real dark nature been put on my name, I ain't never did no video that where I'm coming, dropping receipts and doing my one big one, because that's what Tamika was given. This was her one big one. Y'all tell me why that video was a production. I sat there, I watched, and very early into the video, I said, come on with the receipts. I'm going live very shortly after I finish this because I got to clean this up. Because you handling me, Tamika. You handling me, and I got questions. I need to know, why is this a production? Since when are we beefing online? See, beefing online is very much, it's right now. It's in real time. Okay? We all got StreamYard. See, I could take a picture of some shit, drop it right on you while we talking. I don't got no sound. I don't have to have no sound effects. Ain't no, I just drop it. Look, bump, drop, bitch. Just drop it in there.
Oh, I had almost gagged just here.
See that? You just drop it in there. Right on the StreamYard. That video of Tamika's was not in real time, me getting my shit off. That ain't what that video was. That video was put together. That video was edited. There were sound bites added into that video. And Tamika was acting. Because you're not a very good actress. See, this is my regular cadence. I'm an entertainer. And when I read Roast and Drag, it's an entertainment. So, yeah, you'll get all my little nuances. Almost smart mouth bitch. That's what I do. That ain't how regular people talk. That ain't how I talk regularly when I'm talking to you. You catch me off guard and piss me off and lying on me. I ain't got time for all that extra cadence. I ain't got time to do the shimmy for y'all and all that. If you're really doing too much, I click the button and I just start talking to you. We ain't getting no music going, nothing. Okay? So I need to know what the production was all about. It was a production. It was very much edited. And it wasn't edited well. It wasn't no real-time live. It didn't give me Instagram live, cuss a bitch out, and yeah, I said it and I can't take it back. No, it was very much, I filmed this, somebody sat down and edited it, and now we're going to go live, and I'm going to do my one big one. See, that for me was a red flag. That was a red flag. So this is my question to the Scott sisters and husband. Are y'all shooting for a spinoff? I believe everything that happened. I believe there were feelings that were hurt. I believe all that. What I don't believe is the timing. What I don't believe is that y'all is as mad as what you're trying to portray that you are. I don't think you're mad like that at all. I think you butt hurt. I think it is something that actually did happen. I think it's something that really did tear the family a little bit. But right now, I get the feeling that the Scott family is handling us. I think they handling us, and I think that they shooting that Bravo for a spinoff. That's what I think. That's what I think. That's what I got to say. ain't got no more. This is some of the very reason why SpillitBoyTV always sit back a little bit. I don't need to be the first one out to have to run back out here later and retract those statements. I don't mind. I don't mind having an aha moment, but I'd rather have my aha moment and see shit for what it is. And I think I saw shit for what it is. Can't nobody even tell me at this point that we ain't shooting for a spinoff, because this whole SWV and Xscape, this is a one-hitter quitter. When the season wrap, it wrap. We don't need no more of that. We don't need no more of that. And I truly feel like I'm being handled. And I feel as though the Scott family is shooting for a whole damn spinoff show. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Y'all, listen. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming to my kitchen table. I appreciate it. But yeah, this for me, I believe everything that happened. I really do. I believe some of the feelings, but that video tipped me off. It gave me even the way that she delivered, and that's what it was. She didn't just get on here and just roast or drag, or she didn't go in and let have. She came and she delivered, is what she did. She delivered us a message. That's what she did. She delivered us a message. And that's fine. But I feel like you playing in our face a little bit. I really do. I feel like she's playing in our face. And it really did feel, it felt documentary style acting. All about Jackie's back. Do you agree? Do you not agree? Leave it in the comments. But that's what it gave me. When I got by the time I got to the end of Miss Tamika's video, I felt like I was watching part of the Jackie's Back 2023. And on that, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all. There's going to be more to unfold. I'll see y'all on these streets. Sure will. Thanks for coming to the kitchen table. And feel like